All right, everybody. We're going to have a 1 hour all levels class. Obviously, you'll be at home during your yoga practice today. So just again, taking care to notice what your body needs today. And just remembering that I'm going to offer some variations for those who have that more advanced practice and modifications for those who have a more beginning practice. So just remember to know your body and what it needs today, especially if you feel injured or tired or whatever it is. Don't feel like you have to take everything I offer. This is your practice, and I want you to be able to settle in and really just try to focus on your body and your breath. So we'll actually begin on the back today. So go ahead and lay on your back in Shavasana. So all the way back, let the legs come out, maybe the toes roll out from your body, hands down by your sides. And just begin to settle into the mat. And just allowing the entire back of the body to drift a little closer to the mat. Letting those places that don't normally touch to sink closer to the earth. So maybe the backs of the heels, the ankles, the low back, the back of the neck. And just allowing everything to soften and settle. Just allowing yourself to feel the connection of the earth. Maybe just a little bit more grounded. A little bit more stable. And just begin to relax the space around your heart. Notice if there's any tightness there. Notice whether you're holding on to anything. Any sort of fears, doubts, worries. And just acknowledge that they're there. Just see if you're ready to let it go, or even if you're willing. And if you're not, you can be okay with that. But just allow yourself to acknowledge what's there. Maybe let it go. Maybe create a little space, some openness. And in that space, go ahead and set your intention for class today. Anything you'd like to offer up or anything you'd like to receive. If you like, you could just say a personal prayer, or maybe offer your practice to those who are suffering. And then we'll begin with a nice stretch overhead. If you like, you can interlace your fingers, press the palms back. Breathe deeply into the sides of the body and the pelvis. And then as you exhale, hug the knees into the chest. And just rock here a little bit. Maybe that means side to side, maybe forwards and back. Maybe even give the head a little roll from side to side, releasing any tension in the back of the neck and your throat. And we'll begin with the ankle grafts. So drop that left foot down to the mat, extend the right leg up. Take the hands behind the thigh, maybe the calf. Just make sure the head and neck are long on the mat and that the chin is tucked slightly into your chest. And begin with some gentle foot circles here. So circling that foot and the ankle and just moving in one direction and the other. And you can stay with that left knee bent, or you can extend it long as the low back is not popping up off the mat. If you need a little bit more, you can walk the hands up to the ankle, lifting the upper body. Maybe the nose comes to the knee. And then let it go. We'll work the core here by holding on to the leg. So keep the hands on that right leg. And you're gonna pull the belly into the spine. Press through the right heel and come up as you touch the heel to the mat. And back, rounding the spine, chin to the chest. 2 more times, pull the belly in and back down again. Last time, all the way up and let it go. And from here, you're going to bend the right knee, place the foot on the mat, extend the left leg up to the ceiling. Take the hands behind the calf, or maybe the calf with the thigh, and start to circle your foot and your ankle. Just moving again in one direction and then the other. If you like, you can extend that right leg long here. Maybe walk the hands up to the ankle, maybe the nose touches your knee. And then let it go. And then from here, pull the belly into the spine, come up, tap that heel to the mat, coming back down with control. Use your core. Exhale, come up. And back down again. And the last time, come all the way up and back down. And then hug both knees into the chest and just rock here a little bit. Make circles with the knees. And we'll take the feet on the mat about hip-width distance apart. Take the hands to the backs of the heels. So you're gonna pull those heels in enough just to graze the backs of your heels with maybe that middle finger. As you exhale, you're gonna lift the hips for bridge pose. Just stretching out the belly, squeezing the glutes. Let the back of the neck be long. And then gently release. Hug the knees into the chest. Now if the low back feels a little tender, just roll to one side. Or you're just gonna rock yourself up to sitting and coming into your easy pose, or maybe your half lotus. And bring the hands onto the knees and just start with your gentle head and neck circles. And again, just taking time to notice the body, where you're holding on to tension, where you can soften and settle. Good, and then come up to a nice neutral spine. We'll take the right hand behind the body. You can teak up the hands so you're on the fingertips. Left hand comes to the right knee. Lengthen as you inhale, exhale, twist. Again, use your breath, maybe close your eyes. And then leave the left hand on the right knee. Take the right arm, cross it over. So you're in sort of a side bend here. Let the bicep hug the ear. And then drop the right hand to the left knee. Form an X with the arms around the spine, chin to the chest. And then breathe deeply into the space in between the shoulder blades. Leave the right hand on the left knee. Left hand comes behind. Take up your hands if you like. And then exhale, twist to the left. Shoulders back and down. And leave the right hand on the knee. Sweep the left arm up overhead. Bicep hugs the ear. And then left hand to the right knee. Round the spine, chin to the chest. And then we'll let that go. Coming into the tabletop pose. Nice strong tabletops here. Pointing the fingers straight ahead. Spread your fingers wide. Wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. You can pad the knees with a blanket or curl the toes under if you like. 3 rounds of cat and cow. So as you inhale, lift the chest, Sink the belly to the mat, relax your throat. Exhaling, round the spine, chin to the chest, tuck your tailbone. Breathing in, cow pose. Exhaling for the cat. One more round, breathing in. And exhaling, cat. And then coming to that nice neutral spine, engaging the core as you reach the right leg straight out. Extend through the crown of the head. And then as you're ready, let the left arm float forward. Feel like you're being pulled in opposite directions. Good, now you can stay here, or if you like, bend the back knee, reach around, take the inner arch of your foot, press the foot into the hand for the bind. More advanced, you're going to gaze out over the left shoulder. And then gently float it back to tabletop pose. Shift the hips from side to side, realign the joints. Other side, left leg extends nice and long. Press hard into the right shin, pull the belly in and up. Right arm floats forward this time. Reach, tractioning the spine. Stay here, or you can take the inner arch of your back foot, pressing the foot into the hand, lift the chest. And then gently let it go. Floating back to table. Leave the bum lifted. Walk your hands forward and just begin to melt the chest and maybe the forehead to the mat. You can turn the palms up and rock here. You can roll the head from side to side. It might feel nice to just shift your hips here from side to side as well. Again, just moving into those areas that feel tight. Just releasing any tension in the mid-back. Turning the palms down, curl the toes under, find your first downward facing dog. We're going to move here a little bit. Just bend one knee, then the other. Shaking out your head for yes, shake out your head for no. Maybe come up onto the tippy toes, stretching out the feet and the ankles. And then letting the heels sink down towards the mat, press into the hands. Imagine you're pressing your hands and your feet away from one another so that you can really sink the chest down towards the mat, tractioning the spine. And then from here, you're going to baby step the feet up to meet your hands and fold forward at the front of your mat, bend your knees. From here, we'll interlace the elbows in front of the body and just sway here a little bit. Let your head feel heavy, tractioning the spine, the back of the neck. Relax your face, your jaw, and the space around the eyes. And then we'll release your hands and just come rounding up, vertebra by vertebra, like a rag doll. All the way up. And as you come up, just give those shoulders a little roll here. Good. Bring the hands to prayer to start. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, slide them back and down. As you inhale, lift the arms all the way up. Try to wiggle the arms behind the ears, lift the chest, arch the back, squeezing the glutes to protect the low back. From here, we'll join the palms together, thumbs crossed. More advanced, you're going to release the index fingers. Bend to the right, reaching through the fingertips. Press the sole of the left foot down to the mat and breathe deeply into the left side of the body. And back through to center. To the other side, press that right foot down. And back through to center. This time we'll take the hands to the low back, interlace the fingers, lift the chest, roll the collarbones open. And then exhale, leave the hands and fold forward as you bend your knees. You can move here a little bit, side to side, maybe a gentle bounce. If the shoulders are healthy, just make sure the head and neck are relaxed here. And then taking the hands to the mat, step the right foot back and lower your back knee for low lunge. Sink the hips, Press the right thigh bone down, extend through the crown of the head. Just remembering here that the knee can come forward of the ankle as long as the heel's on the mat. So if the knee is not healthy, you're going to back that knee up over the ankle so that everything's in alignment here. From here, let's step it back to plank pose. Inhale and plank. Press through your heels, nice long spine. Exhaling knees, chest, chin. Now pull the elbows in, use the triceps as you lower down, bum is lifted. And then sliding all the way onto the belly, heels together, palms underneath your shoulders, lift your chest, cobra pose. Squeeze the glutes. Extend through the crown of the head, scoop your chest forward. Press it back, downward facing dog. If you need to, exhale out the mouth. Sink the heels, sink the chest. Step the right foot forward, lower the back knee, sink the hips. Nice long spine. And then exhale, step forward, Uttanasana, bend the knees. From here, take the hands to the backs of the legs. So the hands can come to the backs of your heels, or if you have a little bit more flexibility, you can take hold of the elbows, press the chest and belly onto the thigh, lift the tailbone up. Good, release the hands. And with the knees bent, sweep the arms forward, up and back, lift the chest. And then exhale, hands to prayer. And just close your eyes. Easy breath in, easy breath out. Inhale, lift the arms again. We'll move with the breath. Exhale, fold forward. Right foot back, lower your back knee, lift the chest, low lunge. Exhale, step it back to plank. Inhale and plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Pull the elbows in. Sliding onto the belly, lift the chest. Exhale it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot forward, lower the back knee. Exhale, step it front, Uttanasana, bend the knees. Inhale all the way up, lift the chest, arch back. And then exhaling, hands to prayer. Again, just close your eyes. Easy breath in, easy breath out. Good, and then from here, we'll bring the inside edges of the feet together. Now start to bend your knees, sweep the arms up for your chair pose, Uttanasana. Sink back. Try to arch the mid-back, so take a nice tuck in the tailbone, lifting the chest, shoulders back and down. Keep breathing. And then exhale, fold forward, bend the knees. Inhale up halfway, nice flat back, hands on the shins, gaze is forward. Exhale, bend the knees and fold in. From here, we'll step the left foot back and lower your back knee, low lunge. Good, and we'll uncurl the back toe, come up, bring the hands to the knee, or the thigh, and press the knee away from you as you lift your chest. Good, from here, we'll bring the hands to prayer. And twist to the right. So the left elbow will come across to the outer edge of your thigh. If this is too much for you, you can come into the upright twist with the arms extended. Good, keep pressing the thumbs to your heart center, rolling the collarbones open. You can stay here, or if you like, curl the toes under, lift the back knee. Press your left heel back, extend through the crown of the head. Good, and then lowering the back knee to the mat. Uncurl the back toe, bring both hands to the inner foot. Turn the toes out, walk your foot to the edge of the mat. Now you can stay right here on the palms, or you can drop one forearm down or both, using a pair of yoga blocks if you have them, and just release your face and your jaw. More advanced here can roll onto the outer edge of the foot and press the knee away from you if the knee is healthy. And then coming back up onto the palms, you're going to bring that right sole of the foot back to the mat. Twist here as you leave the left hand down, right arm reaches up. Stay here, or you can reach for the back foot, pull the heel towards your bum and roll the collarbones open. And then gently let that foot go. Heel to the right foot to center. Curling the back toes, step back to plank. Big inhale and plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Pull the elbows in. And then onto the belly, heels together, lifting your chest, cobra. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. Easy breath in, easy breath out. Left foot steps forward, lower the back knee, sink the hips. Uncurl the back toe, we're gonna come up, bring the hands to the thigh, maybe pressing that knee away from you if the knee's healthy, lift the chest. And if you like, bring the hands to prayer, roll the collarbones open. Good, twist to the left this time. Right elbow comes across, or maybe the arms are extended. Keep pressing the thumbs to your heart center. And you can stay right here, work on your balance by lifting the back knee. Really try to charge up the back of your knee. If the knee's lifted, lower back down, uncurl the back toe, bring the hands to the inner foot, turn the toes out, walk your foot to the edge of the mat. Staying right here on the palms or dropping down into one forearm or both. Release your head and neck and relax your jaw. Again, if you have capacity, you can let that knee roll out from the body. And then coming back onto the palms, we're going to leave that right hand down this time. Left arm reaches up, open the chest. And you can stay here, maybe you reach for the back foot, pulling the heel towards your bum. And then gently let that foot go. Again, heel toe, the left foot to center, curl the back toes, step front, Uttanasana. Anything you'd like here. So again, just bending one knee, then the other, coming back to one of the variations from the beginning of class. Good, and then from here, straighten the legs. So maybe the fingertips come to the mat or some blocks. And I want you just to hinge forward at the waist and try to press your tailbone back, just letting your upper body hang heavy. And if you have capacity, you can roll to the outer edges of the feet. Stretching out the IT band, the feet and the ankles. And then rolling back onto the soles of the feet. Bring the inside edges of the feet together, bend your knees, and we'll come back through to Uttanasana, chair pose. Shoulders back and down, lift the chest. Easy breath in, try to shift the weight back into the heels, maybe lifting the toes up off your mat. Good, and then from here we'll bring the hands to prayer. And then we're gonna begin to shift your weight into the right foot, lift the left leg up for warrior three. Again, squeeze the shoulder blades together, extend through the crown of the head, reach back through your toes. And then start to bend that right knee, step back. For warrior one, lift the arms up. Nice long spine. Shoulders back and down. And then coming into warrior two, as you rotate the arms open, squeeze your shoulder blades together, slide them back and down. You're gazing out over that right hand, nice strong legs. And then reversing the warriors, the left hand slides down the thigh, right arm reaches back, bicep hugs the ear, really open the chest. And then back through to warrior two. Warrior one. Spin the back heel, lift the arms up, nice long spine. And then dropping the hands to prayer, floating forward for warrior three. Concentrate. And then drop the left foot to meet the right. Come back through to chair pose, bend the knees, lift the arms. And then straighten the legs, bring the hands to prayer and close your eyes. Easy breath in, easy breath out. Good, bringing the inside edges of the feet together again. Lift the arms up and sitting back for Uttanasana. Lift the chest. Good, and then bringing the hands to prayer. This time shift your weight onto the left foot. Lifting that right leg up for warrior three. Extend through the crown of the head. Reach through your toes. Good, bend the left knee, float it back. Warrior one, lift the arms. Shoulders back and down. And warrior two, as you windmill the arms open, gaze out of that left hand. Tuck that tailbone under, really sink the hips. Reverse the warrior, slide the right hand down the thigh, left arm reaches back, bicep hugs the ear, open the chest. Back to warrior two. Keep breathing. And then warrior one, maybe shifting the back foot forward slightly. Nice deep bend in that front knee. And then bringing the hands to prayer. Coming forward for the warrior three, balance on the left foot, right leg lifts. And then drop the right foot to meet your left. Bend your knees, Uttanasana, lifting the arms. And then straighten the legs, bring the hands to prayer, close your eyes. Easy breath in, easy breath out. Good, now from here we're gonna come into standing pigeon pose. Now I'm going to walk you through this, but I'm going to offer some variations for those who have the crow variation. Okay, so you're going to balance on the left foot first. Start with the hands on the hips. Cross the right foot over the left thigh, flexing that right foot if you feel discomfort in the right knee. And then start to bend that left knee, sitting back. If you have capacity, you can bring the arms straight out in front of you like you're holding a basketball. Now, you're going to stay here, or if you're moving on to the next, you can come into a forward fold. Good, breathing here. And then maybe taking the crow variation. As you bend the left knee, hands to the mat, you're going to take that right shin, cross the backs of the arms, hook the toes around the outside edge of that left arm, and maybe you extend the left leg. And then coming back up, through to the forward fold if you're there. And then all the way back up. Hands to prayer, and let it go. Let everything soften and settle. If you fell or if you were off balance in that last pose, and just try to let it go. Be here on your mat. And if the mind keeps wandering, just bring it back to your intention. Good, second side. So this time we're gonna balance on the right foot. Left foot is gonna come across, flexing that left foot if you need to. And then you're gonna start to sit back. Hold here, or maybe extend the arms. If you're moving on to the next, hands to the mat. Maybe bend that right knee. Find your way into the crow variation. And then back up. Into standing. And then let it go. Shake it off. Easy breath in. Easy breath out. Just closing the eyes. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Lift the chest. And from here, interlace the fingers, press the palms up and bend to the right. Press through the palms. Breathe deeply into the left side of the body. And back through to center, to the other side. And back through to center. Release the hands, lift the chest, arch back. And exhale, bend the knees, folding forward. Inhale up halfway, nice flat back. Exhale, bend the knees and fold in. Step or hop back through to plank pose. Inhale. Exhale, this time into chaturanga or on the knees. Good, now press it back to plank. Lower down on the knees or chaturanga. Up dog or cobra, lift the chest. And exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. Lowering the knees, sitting back for the child's pose. Arms can be extended or down by your side. Forehead on the mat, and just roll the head from side to side, smoothing out the forehead. And any tension there you might be holding on to, even in the back of the neck, the face, and your jaw. And then extend the arms, curl the toes under, back to downward facing dog. Sink the heels, sink the chest. Right leg floats up, down dog split, sink the left heel. And then bending that right knee, open up through the hip, maybe circle the foot and the ankle. You can gaze out underneath the right arm or maybe underneath the left. And then straighten the right leg, sink the heel, sink the chest. Now come forward, modified plank, knee to the nose, pull it in, rounding the spine. Try to pull that knee up towards your nose. Come high up onto the ball, that left foot. Now step the right foot in between the hands for high lunge. Right ankle underneath the knee, sink the hips, extend through the crown of the head. And then walk the hands forward for standing splits, left leg lifts. And just move here a little bit. Lower that left leg down, lift it back up. Good, and then from here, you're gonna bend the right knee, float it back to high lunge. And then from here, you're gonna straighten the front leg, fold, back through to high lunge. Exhaling, fold, high lunge, and fold, high lunge. Good, now come up onto the fingertips and sweep the arms up, crescent lunge. Lower the back knee, hands to the hips, and come back up, lifting the back knee. Now, if this is too hard for you, leave the back knee on the mat and just work the arms. Lower down, up, from here, you're going to bring the hands to the mat, straighten the front leg, then walk the hands over to the left for the straddle pose. And just fold forward here, toes point to the left of your mat. You can interlace the elbows, you can just let the upper body hang heavy. And just move here a little bit, shifting the hips. Good, and then from here, coming up on the palms here. So the palms are underneath your face. And take a twist as you leave the left hand down, right arm reaches up. And then drop the right hand down, lifting the left. Lower that left hand down. Walk the hands over to the right, turn the right toes back to the front. Spin your back heel, warrior stance, right hand on the shin or the block to the inner foot, left arm reaches up. Triangle pose, open the chest, extend through the crown of the head. Pressing to the feet, squeeze your thighs together. Stack your shoulders, stack your hips. And then exhale, fold over the right leg, coming back through the high lunge. Press the hands into the mat, sweep that right leg up, down dog splits. Drop the right foot to meet your left. And sink the heels, sink the chest. Now we'll lift the left leg up, down dog splits, sink the right heel. Bending that left knee, open up through the hip. And then straighten that left leg, sink the right heel. Coming forward, modified plank, knee to the nose, pull it in, really round the spine, use your core, pulling the belly in and up. And then step the left foot in between the hands for the high lunge. Sink the hips. Good, and then from here, sweep the arms up, crescent lunge. Bringing the hands onto the mat, come front, standing splits, right leg lifts. And move here a little bit, lower the right leg down, lift it back up. Good, and then drop the right foot back to meet the left. And you're going to begin to straighten that front leg, fold forward, back through the lunge. Straighten the front leg, back through to the lunge. Last time, straighten the front leg, back through to the lunge. Squeeze the sitting bones inward, sweep the arms up, and lower the back knee. Coming up, lower down, and up, lower down, and up. Excellent job. Take the hands to the mat, straighten the front leg, walk the hands to the right, turn the toes to the right. And exhale out the mouth, let everything hang heavy. Good, now from here, we're gonna come into the half squat. So turn the right toes to the outer corner of your mat. Bend the right knee and come up onto the left heel. Now you wanna make sure that the left heel is on the mat. If it's not, come up out of the pose a little bit. You may even be here. You wanna just protect the knee by having the heel on the mat. Now you can move here a little bit. Just rolling over the inner thigh. And if you have capacity, you can take a twist so the right hand comes down, left arm reaches up. Or you can take the bind as you wrap the right arm in front of the right shin, taking hold of your fingertips, sink the hips. And then coming back through to the straddle, toes point to the right side of your mat. And then turning the left toes to the outer corner of your mat, bend that left knee, sink the hips. And just move here a little bit. Or Or you may be moving into the twist, left hand comes down, right arm reaches up. Or the bind. And then again, coming back through to the straddle pose. And then turn the left toes back to the front. Triangle pose, left hand down, right arm revolves up. Open the collarbones. Stack your shoulders, stack your hips, really extend through the crown of the head. And then exhale, folding over the left leg. High lunge, spin the back heel up. Press into the hands, sweep that left leg up. And then drop it to meet your right, downward facing dog. And lower the knees, sitting back for the child's pose. Shift the hips from side to side. Easy breath in, easy breath out. Let everything soften and settle. Good. And then walk the upper body back in, lifting the upper body. Roll to one hip and extend the legs. Extend the left leg long, take the right foot to the inner thigh. Now options here to take the half lotus, so taking the foot to the inner crease of your hip and thigh. Just make sure if you're taking this option, your knee's not way up here. You want the knee to be down towards the mat, okay? Now, we're gonna lengthen as you inhale, squaring the torso to the front of your mat, and then exhaling, folding forward here. Just close your eyes. The hands can just rest on either side of your leg, or maybe you reach for the outer edge of your foot and fold in. And let that go as you come all the way up. And we'll leave the legs where they are and twist here. So the right hand will come behind, left hand to the knee. Option to bind here as you lean forward, take hold of your foot and twist to the right. And then gently letting that go as you extend the right leg long, left foot to the inner thigh, or the half lotus here. Square the torso, square the hips, sit up nice and tall, and then exhale, folding forward. Letting that go, coming all the way up. Again, either leaving the arms released or option to bind here. Twist to the left so the right hand comes across. Twist to the left. And then gently release. Extend the legs, shake it out, maybe give the knees a little massage here. Good. Now from here, we're gonna bend that left foot in again, sole of the foot to the inner thigh. And then you're gonna bend that right knee so that the knee's pointing up to the ceiling for hand pose. Now this is when, if you happen to have a strap, it might come in handy. But we're gonna take the hands underneath the foot or use your strap. Now lengthen through the spine. You don't want to take any roundness in the spine here. And then you're going to balance on the bum, try to kick that right leg up. Now, even if the right knee is bent, you want to have the spine long. Extend through the crown of the head. Good, now you can stay here, or if you'd like to take the twist here, the left hand comes to the outer edge of your foot, right hand comes behind, or working the core, float the right arm up. Good, come back through the center and let it go. Excellent job. So other side, you're gonna pull the right foot in, bend the left knee, take the hands underneath your foot, sit up nice and tall, and begin to kick that foot into the hand. Easy breath in, easy breath out, shoulders back and down. Stay here, option to twist, right hand comes to the outer edge of the foot, or if you have your strap, you can take the hand in your right hand and hold both ends of the strap. Left hand comes behind, or floating that left arm up. And then come back through to center. And then bend the left knee. Good. Now from here, we're going to see if we can take double pigeon. So it may mean that, double heron, excuse me. Take the hands behind the thigh and just lift up here. Okay, maybe that's where you work today to really lengthen the spine. Otherwise, you can take the hands to the feet, or two fingers wrap around each of your big toes. Sit up nice and tall. And then from here, begin to lift the legs. Nice long spine, lift up, up, up with the crown of the head. And then bending the knees and coming into the back stretch. So extend the legs long, sit up nice and tall. And then hinging forward at the waist, you're going to rest the chest and belly on the thighs, round your head and neck. Now the hands can be down by your sides. You can reach for the outer edges of your feet if you like. More advanced, can take the hands onto the feet and pull the toes back towards your face. And then gently release the pose. And from here, we'll come into the straddle pose. So extend the legs straight out to your sides. And again, this is really helpful to sit on a blanket or a block in this pose, especially if you feel really rounded in the spine. So let's start by sitting up nice and tall. And then again, just imagine hinging forward at the waist. So take your time, just walking the hands forward. And just remembering this is not a relay race, right? We don't have to be in the pose that we imagine in one breath. Maybe the forearm strap, or maybe you just leave your palms on the mat or the floor. Some of you may be able to drop one elbow down and then both, and just rest your head in your hands. Or you can just keep traveling down, just inhale, lengthening, exhale, folding into the pose. See if you can relax your feet. Notice whether you're holding on to any tension in the thighs or the quadriceps, and just let everything soften and settle. And then gently release. And bring the legs together and just give the knees a little massage here. Good. And then from here, we'll either come into shoulder stand, which I'll show you, restorative bridge, which I will also show you, or legs up the wall. So you can bring the hip to the wall and just swing the legs up and lay back. Okay, that's the most restorative of all three. Restorative bridge, you're going to be on the back, knees are bent, and you're going to lift your hips and take a block underneath the sacrum, any height. For shoulder stand, you're going to come forward on your mat. Use your momentum to roll all the way back. Legs lift towards the ceiling. Now, if the knees are bent slightly, that's totally fine. You're going to eventually start to walk the hands down the back, lifting the legs straight up, okay? Just don't twist the neck from side to side. The chin should be tucked slightly towards your chest. And just keep breathing here. Either a soft gaze at the navel region or closing your eyes. Good. Now, if you're in your restorative bridge or legs at the wall, you can stay there or just hug the knees into the chest. If you're in your shoulder stand, you can come into plow pose, lowering the feet down towards the mat behind you. Now maybe that means you just bend your knees towards your forehead and the feet don't have to touch. If the feet touch, you can take the hands away from the back and take the hands onto the mat, palms up or down, or even interlacing the fingers, rolling the collarbones open here. Now, if the feet easily touch, you can uncurl the toes and come up onto the top of the feet. And then come around, vertebra by vertebra, all the way down until the bum touches. And then bend the knees, hug the knees into the chest here. And just rock a little bit. Good. And then from here, take the feet on the mat. And we'll work on the bridge pose again. So feet on the mat, hands graze the backs of your heels, feet are hip width distance apart. Lift the hips up. And then options here to stay with the hands on the mat. You can interlace the hands underneath you, roll the collarbones open. You can take the thumbs to the sacrum, lift the hips. If you have the thumbs at the sacrum and the backs of the arms on the mat, you can lift one leg straight up. Start with the right leg. And then switch. And then release. And let that go. Hug the knees into the chest. And just circle the knees one direction and then the other. And then from here, we're going to drop the feet on the mat, extend the arms out to the sides, cross one leg over so that the knees are stacked. Now, if you like the eagle legs, you can wrap that right foot behind the calf of your left, and then drop the knees to the left, gaze out over the right hand. Come back through the center and switch the legs. This time the left leg crosses on top. And take the back of the foot behind the back of that right calf. And as you're ready, dropping the knees to the right, gaze to the left. Back through the center. Hug both knees into the chest. Hug the right knee in and extend that left leg long. Pull the knee into the chest. Let any tension release from the low back. And you can stay here, or you can take the half happy baby, lifting that foot towards the ceiling with the right knee bent. You can take the hands behind the thigh and pull the knee down towards your ribs, or you can reach up, take the right hand to the outer edge of your foot and pull that right knee down. And then hug both knees into the chest. Extend that right leg long, pull the left knee in. Stay here, half happy baby, as you take the hands to the back of the thigh, or left hand comes to the outer edge of your foot. And stay here, or actually don't stay here. Hug both knees into the chest. And you can stay here, or the full happy baby, taking the hands to the outer edges of the feet. And just rock here a little bit, let the back of the neck be long. And then hugging the knees into the chest one more time. Finding your Shavasana, so coming all the way onto the back. Legs extended, toes roll out from your feet, hands down by your sides, palms up. And just close your eyes. Let everything soften and settle. Be like you can take one big breath in through your nose and a nice exhale out the mouth. And just allow yourself to be grateful for your time on the mat, for what your body could do today, in each and every breath. Slowly begin to find your body. Connect your body and your breath. Wiggle fingers and toes. Be like you can take a nice stretch overhead. And stay here or roll to one side for a breath or two. Continuing to close the eyes, making your way up to seated for meditation. And we'll bring the hands with the index and the thumb together at your knees, Palms down if you need to feel a little bit more grounded today, or palms up if you'd like to feel a little bit more receptive. The downward spiral starts. Self-doubt and darkness vie for center stage, while I, the passive, drowning one, wait for my demise. Just as I sink beneath the wave of my despair, a thought arises. Why go there? I've made this trip 1,000 times and it leads nowhere. I'm choosing life. The darkness shifts just a little. I'm choosing life. The downward spiral slows, then stops. I'm lifted up and buoyant now, not shrinking from the truth. Okay, I'm not perfect, and reality certainly doesn't look like what I'd choose. And maybe that's the only point, to ride the spirals down and up and make the choice for life. So we'll bring the hands to the heart center. May we be receptive to the divine light that rests in each and every one of us each and every day. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Om Shanti. Namaste.